Marcus Aurelius believed that you have the ability to retreat into your inner self whenever you wish. Historical records show that Marcus Aurelius dedicated his evenings to disconnecting from the external world. While he is famous for his philosophical guidance on living each day as if it were your last, he also placed great importance on setting aside time to find a retreat within his own mind. He did this to relieve himself of stress and negative emotions by disconnecting from external influences and focusing on introspection. External stimuli are the influences from the world outside our bodies that we perceive through our senses. Nowadays, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, especially when we interact with people and use technology. To meet the shallow demands of modern society, we tend to overwhelm ourselves with tasks, commitments, meetings, emails, and deadlines. This busyness robs us of our freedom and inner peace. Even though we try to balance our work and personal lives, we often return home feeling tired, overwhelmed, and stressed. Our typical nighttime routine includes catching up on social media, watching TV, or hurriedly responding to last-minute emails. To find tranquility, we need to reduce external stimuli and clear our minds. Therefore, your nighttime routine should be a dedicated time for yourself. This usually involves giving up some of your usual evening activities and replacing them with new ones that genuinely help you disconnect and focus on yourself. This might mean turning off your devices at least 30 minutes before bedtime and seeking tranquility. This tranquility can be as simple as a brief guided meditation, a body relaxation exercise, or controlled breathing. Mindfulness meditation, in particular, can calm an overly active mind and connect you with your physical sensations. This form of meditation serves as a retreat within ourselves, and incorporating it into your nighttime routine can have significant benefits. Meditation is known to reduce anxiety, enhance mood, and improve sleep. Your bedtime routine should serve as a break from the hectic world, allowing you to retreat to a peaceful state within yourself. While activities like binge, watching TV shows, playing video games, socializing with friends, or scrolling through social media may seem like personal downtime, they don't truly lead to tranquility. In reality, they distract you from finding inner peace. Although sleep is essential, it often isn't sufficient to fully recharge you after a hectic day. A genuinely relaxing nighttime routine should involve activities that allow your mind to rest. Now, let's explore the first key aspect: reducing external distractions. Marcus Aurelius highlighted that you have the ability to retreat into your inner self whenever you wish. Historical records show that Marcus Aurelius dedicated his evenings to disconnecting. While he is famous for his philosophical guidance on living each day as if it were your last, he also placed great importance on setting aside time to find a retreat within his own mind. He did this to relieve himself of stress and negative emotions, deliberately disconnecting from external influences and focusing on introspection. Let's move on to the second aspect: engaging in physical activity. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that it's unfortunate for a person to age without ever experiencing the beauty and strength their body is capable of. Despite Marcus Aurelius living nearly 2,000 years ago, He recognized the significance of physical exercise. He firmly believed that a sound mind is closely linked to a healthy body. The Stoics held the view that even a modest exercise routine could impart valuable life skills like determination, self-improvement, discipline, the ability to overcome challenges, and the development of self-confidence. They understood that it was more valuable to exercise for personal growth and self-mastery than to seek external validation, contrary to what the media might suggest. The Stoics were aware that pursuing a perfect body merely for display rarely leads to genuine happiness. We often come up with excuses to skip our exercise sessions, saying things like, "I'm too tired, I have an important meeting tomorrow, and I don't want to feel sore," or "work stress has me completely drained, and I can't even think about exercising." Despite the various reasons we use to avoid exercise, it offers remarkable benefits for both our physical and mental well-being, and we shouldn't neglect it in our routine. Engaging in any form of physical activity, whether it involves playing sports or going to the gym, is advantageous because it triggers the release of brain chemicals called endorphins that generate positive feelings. These endorphins reduce stress and enhance mood. Exercising in the evening may even help you fall asleep more easily, ensuring you wake up refreshed and ready to tackle the next day. Another approach is to consider taking a brisk evening walk to refresh your mind. While walking, pay attention to the air and the surroundings. Allow your thoughts to shift away from the day's reflections and instead focus on the night sky above you, the gentle movement of your body, and the opportunity to admire the beauty of nature around you will help ease your mind after a hectic day and get you ready for a restful night. Let's move on to the third key aspect: reflecting on your day. Marcus Aurelius believed that nothing has the power to expand the mind quite like the ability to thoroughly and honestly examine everything you encounter in life. The Stoics held that the two most suitable times for reflection were in the morning and at night. To prepare for the upcoming day, consider jotting down your thoughts in a morning journal and revisiting the events of the day that has just passed. Marcus Aurelius composed his meditations with the purpose of reviewing his own daily experiences and thoughts to attain personal clarity. He diligently monitored his daily actions and choices. The Stoics stressed the importance of being mindful of one's actions and emphasized the value of setting aside time at the end of each day for reviewing what transpired, enhancing overall self-awareness. They referred to this type of attention as a form of self-awareness, directed at one's actions, scrutinizing whether they align with one's higher self. The Stoics likened this daily reflection to presenting a case in a court. You examine and assess your day through self-examination of your daily deeds and decisions, followed by a systematic review. This isn't intended as a judgmental exercise, but rather as a compassionate review to guide you toward making improved choices in the future. You can include this type of daily reflection in your evening routine by dedicating time before bedtime to revisit the day that has just unfolded. Examine each moment of the day, starting from the time you woke up until the present moment. Ponder the various choices and actions you made. What did you excel at today? What emotions did you experience? Which parts of your day caused discomfort? How can you derive lessons from today's experiences? What tasks or goals did you not accomplish that you had hoped to achieve? Daily reflections hold a central role in Stoic philosophy. They aid us in preparing for the upcoming day by recording what we aim to accomplish. Equally important, they help us evaluate whether our daily actions align with the person we aspire to become. As an example, during your day's review, you may recollect an instance like an unpleasant interaction you had while buying your morning coffee, stemming from a misunderstanding. You can pinpoint how this encounter left you feeling uneasy and irritable. Reflect on the time spent ruminating about the encounter and how it influenced your mood during the morning. Consider how you could have handled the situation differently or recognize that in the larger context of your day. This interaction held little significance. By cultivating awareness of such events, you'll approach similar situations with heightened mindfulness in the future. Dedicating time at night to review your daily progress constitutes a pivotal step in embracing a Stoic way of life. Before we proceed to the fourth aspect, I'd like to express my gratitude to each of you for being a part of this discussion. The pursuit of knowledge and the rejection of ignorance represent some of the most valuable actions a person can undertake, and you've embraced this path. If possible, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Now, let's delve into the fourth principle, reflecting on your inner wisdom. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, achieving mastery in reading and writing necessitates a teacher. This applies even more to life itself. A sage is someone recognized for their expertise, wisdom, and judgment in a specific field and is highly respected. Many individuals regard a sage as their role model. Stoics dedicated time to contemplate their sages and whether their own actions aligned with those of their chosen role model. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, regarded Zeno, the founder of Stoic philosophy, as his sage, and often pondered, what would Zeno do? The practice of contemplating the sage should essentially be a nightly ritual, during which you reflect on your day or your own character and inquire, what would your role model do? Your role model could be someone you personally know, or simply an idealized concept of an exemplary person. It's essential to have a clear image of this role model so that you can assess whether your actions align with their values. As part of your nighttime routine, allocate a few minutes to recall your role model and inquire, did you conduct yourself as your role model would have? In what ways can you enhance yourself tomorrow to better align with your role model's life? What qualities of your role model did you recognize within yourself today? Incorporating these few minutes into your nighttime routine for reflecting on your daily experiences and assessing whether you responded in a manner consistent with your role model can heighten your awareness of your choices for the following day and contribute to your personal growth, transforming you into the type of person you profoundly admire. Let's now explore the fifth principle, embracing a broader perspective. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, contemplate the entirety of existence. of which your existence represents only a tiny fragment. Consider the vast expanse of time, to which you are allocated only a brief and fleeting moment, as well as the unfolding of destiny, and recognize how minuscule your part is in this grand tapestry. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to view life from a cosmic standpoint, to adopt a perspective from above. This means adopting a more extensive outlook on your life, looking at yourself and your daily experiences as if you were an impartial observer, detached from personal emotions and worries. It's known that during his evenings, Aurelius contemplated his own life from the vantage point of the cosmos to transcend his limited personal viewpoint. In our contemporary world, distractions abound. As soon as we step outside, we're bombarded with advertisements, news, opinions, and diversions. When we're not at work or with our families, we often find ourselves engrossed in our phones, listening to the radio, watching television, or using computers. All of this contributes to mental exhaustion, leaving little room for reflection and contemplation. Our attention is constantly drawn to apps, games, videos, and television programs, making it challenging to confront our problems, anxieties, stresses, and responsibilities. To help with this, the Stoic practice of adopting a higher perspective can be a valuable tool for lightening the burden of our issues, as it shifts our view beyond ourselves. You can initiate this by dedicating some quiet moments in the evening to observe your immediate surroundings, your physical presence, your home, and the individuals you share your life with. Begin to consider their emotions, your relationships with them, and the challenges, aspirations, and fears they may harbor. Then, expand your perspective to encompass your own city, reflecting on the diverse lives of those residing around you, lives about which you know very little. These individuals, like you, have dreams, hopes, and fears. Continue broadening your perspective to encompass your entire country, and extend it further to encompass the collective perspective of the entire planet, taking into account the lives of people across countries, social strata, races, and cultures. Reflect on the hardships faced by those less privileged. Keep expanding your viewpoint to encompass the solar system, the universe, and the entirety of existence. When we examine ourselves from a higher vantage point, we recognize that we are not isolated, individuals detached from our surroundings, but integral components of a grander whole, participants in the tapestry of existence. Viewing ourselves from an external standpoint enables us to perceive our concerns, worries, and problems with greater objectivity. When we distance ourselves from the anxieties and difficulties we encounter, we can scrutinize them more lucidly, with reduced emotional involvement, and are better positioned to grasp their origins and potential solutions. This approach makes it easier to contextualize our experiences. Moving on to the sixth aspect, devote time to your family. Marcus Aurelius advises, both those who have many days ahead of them and those who have but a few share the same currency. the present moment. It is all they have to offer, as it is all they possess. What they lack, they cannot lose. For Marcus Aurelius, the end of the day meant spending time with his family. He held deep affection for his children and his wife, despite being a prominent and busy individual. In the evening, he would lovingly put his children to bed, kissing them gently, while reminding himself not to rush these moments, for they might be the last. He recognized that there was no guarantee that both he and his loved ones would awaken the next morning. Cherished these moments, acknowledging that they held paramount importance in his life, and then bid them good night. This practice persisted throughout his fortunate life. The Stoics employed the contemplation of mortality as a practice to emphasize the impermanence of existence. A well-respected nurse in Australia, dedicated to caring for terminally ill patients, conveyed that one of the most common regrets among those approaching the end of their lives was the desire to have spent more time with family. Patients often expressed remorse for missing out on their children's formative years and the companionship of their partners due to the demands of contemporary life. Families today spend just slightly over 30 minutes engaged in meaningful interaction each week. And even when families do convene, many parents report that these moments are often filled with silence, with family members engrossed in separate activities such as reading, playing computer games, or simply too fatigued to converse. Just like the Stoics, if we routinely contemplate our own mortality, reminding ourselves that a day may come when we or our children do not awaken to partake in life's beauty, we will be prompted to make changes, allocating more time to be with our families and frequently expressing our love for our children or family members. Family time plays a pivotal role in nurturing strong bonds, fostering love, establishing connections, and cultivating relationships among family members. Quality time spent with family serves as a means of addressing challenges, instilling a sense of security, imparting family values, and bolstering the confidence of our children. Let's now explore the seventh guideline. Getting ready for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius advises, avoid procrastination in your actions. Marcus Aurelius strongly emphasized the significance of rising early each morning. He did so to establish a morning routine that optimized every available moment. Consequently, sleep was viewed as a time for rejuvenation rather than an opportunity for idleness. A well-structured morning routine held paramount importance for Aurelius, and a part of this routine commenced even before the morning itself, as he prepared for the forthcoming day the night prior. The Stoics had a practice of preparing for the day by allocating time in the morning to rehearse their upcoming activities. They accomplished this by considering their objectives for the day, readying themselves for various potential scenarios, and engaging in introspection. These contemplations were practiced by many Stoics, both in the morning and the evening. To begin, you can prepare the night before to facilitate a smoother morning. This could entail selecting your attire for the following day, organizing your work bag, or establishing a clearly defined morning routine to follow. Think of it as creating a checklist of tasks to complete, with the advantage of not needing to make decisions in the morning, as they were already determined the previous night. Keep in mind that the more decisions you make during the day, the less effective they become. It is wiser to preserve your mental energy for minor decisions, such as choosing your morning attire. This approach not only promotes your well-being, but also contributes to a more enjoyable awakening experience. Preparing for the day during your evening routine not only aids in establishing a structured morning routine, but can also alleviate anxiety concerning the tasks that await you upon waking. Incorporating meditation and visualization into your preparation can be beneficial. Visualize yourself successfully accomplishing your tasks for the upcoming day. This mental rehearsal can enhance your self-assurance and motivation when you awaken. Speaking of waking up, Marcus Aurelius recommends taking immediate action upon rising. He advises, when you reluctantly get out of bed in the morning, remind yourself, I am beginning the work of a human being. Why should I be discontented if I'm going to do what I was born for and brought into the world to do? In essence, greet the day with intention and enthusiasm. It presents an opportunity to fulfill your role as a human being, so embrace it wholeheartedly. By adopting this perspective, you can commence your day with a profound sense of purpose. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius furnishes us with a comprehensive roadmap for leading a purposeful and mindful life. Even amidst the challenges of the modern era, by adhering to these 7 principles, we can strive for serenity, personal growth, and a deeper self-awareness. Although these practices originated in Stoicism, their wisdom transcends both time and philosophy, offering invaluable insights for navigating the complexities of our contemporary world. Therefore, as you contemplate Marcus Aurelius's teachings, bear in mind his words. The quality of your thoughts determines the happiness of your life. Embrace these principles, and you may discover that the pursuit of a tranquil and fulfilling life is well within your grasp. As you embark on your journey to integrate these principles into your daily life, hold each one close to your heart. Embrace the power of introspection and mindfulness. Practice resilience when confronted with challenges. Nurture wisdom and inner tranquility. Always remember that you possess the capability to retreat into your inner self and discover serenity, even amid external chaos. Approach each day with purpose, as though it were your last, and seize every moment. Disconnect from the constant influx of external influences and reconnect with your inner essence. Assess your actions and choices, aiming for self-awareness and personal development. Ponder the insights of wise individuals and endeavor to align your actions with your ideals. Embrace a broader perspective, acknowledging your position within the vast tapestry of existence. Lastly, prepare for each morning with intent and enthusiasm, as it marks the start of another day to fulfill your role as a human being.